Just ahead on CTV News.
Former Prince George's County Councilman Mel Franklin enters a guilty plea. I'm Byron Scott. We'll have that story coming up.
Thousands of students are returning back to school in Prince George's County, and we're speaking to the superintendent about changes coming to the school district.
Plus, we see how the Sunbucks program helped families with summer meals. Those stories and more on CTV News, starting now.
Good evening. This is CTV News for August 26th. I'm Mariah Jalad. Thanks for joining us. Well, it's been more than 2 months since former Prince George's Council member Mel Franklin abruptly stepped down from his at-large seat. It happened just days before he was charged with stealing campaign funds. Today, Franklin entered a guilty plea. Byron Scott has our story.
More than 2 months after he resigned his at-large council seat in the wake of an embezzlement scandal, Mel Franklin is in court and enters a guilty plea. The plea agreement between former Prince George's County Council member Mel Franklin and the state of Maryland had been in the works for weeks. Today, in courtroom 4B at the Anne Arundel County Courthouse, Mel Franklin entered a guilty plea to count 4, theft scheme of $100,000 or more, and count 12, perjury. Under the agreement, he now faces up to a year behind bars, followed by 4 years of probation. According to the charges, from 2022 through at least October 2023, Franklin embezzled more than $124,000 from the Friends of Mel Franklin campaign account by transferring funds or writing checks to his personal account. According to the charges, Franklin used the money to pay for debt, rent, loans, cosmetic procedures, hotel stays, and international travel for himself and a close personal friend. The former at-large council member who stepped down in June was also accused of submitting false campaign finance reports to the Maryland State Board of Elections to cover up misused funds. Sentencing in this case is set for November 13th. In Annapolis, Byron Scott, CTV News.
Franklin was also ordered to pay restitution with the funds to go to a charitable organization. Maryland State Police are investigating a deadly single-vehicle crash that took place in Lanham yesterday. 38-year-old Jason Harris was the driver and sole occupant of the silver Nissan Altima that crashed. Police say that Harris was traveling westbound on Route 50 and for unknown reasons lost control and crashed into the concrete traffic barrier on the left shoulder. Harris was pronounced dead on the scene. The cause of the crash still under investigation. And the Bowie police need your help to identify 2 suspects wanted for second-degree assault. Take a look at your screen. Police say the suspects are wanted for an assault that occurred on Saturday, in which a handgun was brandished. The assault occurred at the Macy's on Emerald Way in Bowie. The suspects were last seen in a blue Kia Optima displaying Maryland tags 3GA7195. Anyone with information on the suspects is asked to contact 240-544-5756. And Park Police are searching for a man accused of exposing himself along trails in Tacoma Park. At least 6 women have reported being approached by the man along Sligo Creek Trail since July 14th. The suspect targeted female joggers running alone on the trail between Carroll and Garland Avenue from 8 to 10 in the morning and 6 to 9 p.m. Police say the suspect is a Hispanic male between 20 and 30 years old and has been seen several times wearing a blue bucket hat with Lilo and Stitch graphics. Park Police have increased patrols in the area and advise trail goers to walk in groups, carry a cell phone, and always be alert of your surroundings. A federal appeals court upholds Maryland's decade-long handgun licensing requirements, rejecting a Second Amendment challenge. The handgun qualification licensing law requires applicants to submit fingerprints, undergo a background check, and complete a training course before purchasing a handgun. A gun rights group tried to argue that the law infringes on the Second Amendment because it delays a person's right to get a gun. But the appeals court decided because the law requires the government to issue licenses to any law-abiding person, it keeps Second Amendment rights intact. Today, Bowie police launched a 1-month stop sign camera program. The program coincides with the start of the Prince George's County school year, and the goal is to enhance overall traffic safety. Stop sign cameras will be placed at least 2 intersections from a list of 6 potential locations throughout the city of Bowie. The cameras will collect data about driver behavior, and nearby signs will display messages like unsafe or incomplete stop to enforce better driving. Thousands of students are returning back to school in Prince George's County today. The superintendent welcomed students back to the classroom in a special way and spoke about the changes coming to the district. Our Michaela Newton was at Tulip Grove Elementary School this morning.
Yeah, well, just moments ago, we spoke with parents and students eager to get back to school for the first day. And we're at Tulip Grove Elementary School, where the superintendent of Prince George's County, Millard House, actually did a first day walk with students. The energy was electric across Prince George's County as thousands of students stepped back into the classroom for the 2024-2025 school year.
I'm excited, but a little nervous. It's his first day of kindergarten, and she's going to 2nd grade.
I want to get all A's.
Parents played a big role, too, ensuring their little ones arrived safely and on time, some even walking them in for that extra bit of reassurance.
We're excited, yay!
Superintendent Millard House joined the festivities with a special first day walk, greeting students and welcoming them with open arms at Tulip Grove Elementary.
A lot of, major changes and modifications that we're excited about.
But it's not all smooth sailing. This year comes with some changes and challenges.
A year ago, we had 15 different start and stop times. This year, we've narrowed that to 3.
Whenever you have a new transition with synergy and new transportation system, it's been a couple bumps, but nothing that we can't handle.
In an effort to tackle previous transportation issues, the district has revamped bus routes and adjusted start times.
It's the first day of school, right? So we can expect for there to be delays. We're not going to really start evaluating this until about after 10 days, because now the rush, the enrollment starts to slow down. That gives us a better picture of who's riding the bus and who's not.
And according to Superintendent House, as of right now, there are currently no plans to change the technology or cell phone policy within the school district. Reporting in Prince George's County, Maryland, I'm Michaela Newton for CTV News.
Thanks, Michaela. And with a fresh start and a few new tweaks, Prince George's County Public Schools is ready to make this year unforgettable. And you're watching CTV News. I'm Mariah Jalad. Still to come, CTV has more team coverage of the first day of school.
As students across Prince George's head back to school, Prince George's Police has a strong message to drivers. I'm Katara Jones. I'll have all those details coming up on CTV News.
When people ask us who we are, we tell them we're problem solvers, opportunity creators, community builders, and change makers. We are Rotary. Around the world, our network of 1.4 million neighbors, friends, and leaders volunteer their skills, expertise, and resources to solve issues and address community needs. We are people of action. Join us, and together, we can make an even greater impact. Find out how you can get involved at rotary.org/action.
Welcome back. The new academic school year is officially in full swing here in Prince George's. That means drivers will see more kids out and about walking to and from school. Prince George's police say they are deploying more crossing guards near schools than ever before. CTV's Katara Jones was outside of an elementary school where the young learners headed to class.
The start of a new school year is an exciting time for students, but it's important that they get to school safely. That's where trained crossing guards come into play.
You can go. Let's go. Good morning.
Good morning.
It was the first day of school for students at Riverdale Elementary this morning, getting them across the busy intersection of Taylor and Riverdale roads with Prince George's Police Chief Malik Aziz and longtime crossing guard Tanya Bell.
I used to see the crossing guards out here all the time, and I used to stop and just watch them, and I was like, I think I want to do that. And then I applied, and they called me, and I've been here ever since.
As of August 21st, Prince George's police have 91 trained crossing guards, which is a big jump from last year when they only had 66 crossing guards.
We're much appreciative of all of our school crossing guards who are the real heroes out here crossing kids in heavy traffic every single day.
We all remember when 5-year-old Sky Sosa and 10-year-old Shalom Imba were fatally struck by a driver last November while they were in a crosswalk right in front of their school. This school year, however, Riverdale Elementary is moving forward and welcoming more than 600 students. Principal Natikwa Riley has this important message for them.
Follow the safety rules, listen to the crossing guards, stay within the parameters of the sidewalk and the crosswalks, so that way we can all just be aware of the little people moving around. It's a lot of us.
Chief Aziz says Prince George's police are still looking to hire more crossing guards. Katara Jones, CTV News.
Thank you, Katara. And Prince George's Police wants to also remind drivers to pay attention while on the roads and slow down when you see kids near a school zone. And the recently opened Pointer Ridge Regional Autism Center has now become a beacon of hope and support for special education learners in our district. Superintendent Millard House, alongside Educational Systems Federal Credit Union, recently handed over a $500 check to the school. This donation is set to enhance the center's sensory calming room, an essential space for helping students thrive.
In the classroom, they receive overstimulation, and this room allows them to just regulate their senses. We had some renovations in the building this summer, and over the last 3 or 4 weeks, we poured, it was a labor of love, and we were able to have all components come together.
And the center will serve 43 students in kindergarten through 5th grade. And more than 500,000 Maryland children had help getting meals this summer through the state's Sunbucks program. Families that signed up for the grocery assistance funding received $120 per child for every month of the summer. And with nearly 587,000 children getting benefits, the state was able to distribute more than $71 million in funding. Summer is an especially difficult time for child hunger, with students not having access to school meals. And it's not too late for families to sign up and receive assistance for the month of August. The Department of Human Services says Marylanders have until 5 p.m. on August 30th to submit their applications. And still to come on CTV News, our back-to-school coverage doesn't stop. CTV's Bryce Parker gives us the details on the opening of a new school.
A near-zero emission school has opened in Landover Hills. I'm Bryce Parker. We'll have more coming up on CTV News.
The doctor said I only had a 29% chance to find you. But I knew you were out there. Every night, even when my heart was sad, I wished for you to sign up. I got so sick that I couldn't go to school, but I still made people laugh. But when we matched, it was the best day ever. Dear donor, your blood stem cells saved me from leukemia. Thank you forever and ever and ever. Sincerely, Owen.
Experience the true joy of saving a life at nmdp.org.
Welcome back. The first day of school is always a special time, but a grand opening to a new energy-efficient school just adds to the excitement. CTV's Bryce Parker is in Landover Hills with more.
This is truly the heartbeat of what a school should be. and how it should be provided for students.
Ellen Ochoa Middle School in Landover Hills is the county's newest school to be commissioned as a net zero emissions building, and today was their grand opening.
And it's just a wonderful experience. We get to open this school up to 1,200 scholars, a brand new building, brand new facility, so it's extremely exciting.
The $80 million project created a 6th through 8th grade greenhouse palace, and the near 158,000 square foot educational campus will support 18 different feeder schools.
To see this school open up today, to see children in this building, knowing that it's energy efficient, knowing that it's a part of what we should be seeing across America and being a green school and a focal point that our children need to understand and what it is to make sure that our environment is even cleaner as we move forward.
The school is equipped with 160 geothermal wells, 1,200 solar panels, and a beautiful architectural design that allows for innovative learning experiences. And for a building named after the first Hispanic woman to travel into space, it is living up to its trailblazing legacy.
Moving forward from today, we have improved and moved upon the opportunity to build our next 8 schools as well as a part of our P3 Phase 2. But today's about Ellen Ochoa, and today is about students in PGCPS having a wonderful experience and a wonderful journey as we educate them through the years to come.
The opening of Ellen Ochoa today is an indication that the P3 school system plan is in full effect, and it's safe to say that the future of the county school system is green. From Landover Hills, I'm Bryce Parker, CTV News.
Thank you, Bryce. And the school also features a music and television studio along with the kitchen for the students. How great is that? And the Commanders have just announced they will be removing their current memorial of former player Sean Taylor and replacing it with a new statue. Taylor was drafted in 2004 by Washington and was killed in his home during a 2007 home invasion. The team announced that Taylor's family will be a part of the process to create a statue that appropriately honors his legacy. Taylor's number 21 was retired by Washington in 2022, only the 3rd number to be retired in franchise history. Now it's time for our Metro Minute. With the high cost of tuition at four-year colleges, some young women are questioning the benefits of a traditional bachelor's degree. According to the New York Post, more women are skipping college and earning 6 figures as electricians, car mechanics, and truck drivers. Also, the FDA wants Americans to decrease their sodium intake by about 20%. Their plan to encourage the food industry to reduce sodium levels in a wide variety of processed, packaged, and prepared foods. And the Federal Trade Commission wants to ban fake online reviews. The FTC voted unanimously to ban marketers from using fake reviews, including reviews generated with AI technology. The ban also forbids marketers from exaggerating their own influence by, for example, paying for bots to inflate their follower count. And that wraps up today's Metro Minute. And still to come on CTV News, Simon Buggs is here with our Monday Sports page. Simon, what do we got today?
Well, Mariah, we've got football, and more football in store for today's sports page. What's up, everybody? And coming up in sports, a recap of the Washington Commanders' 3rd and final preseason game against the New England Patriots that was played last night. Don't move.
I am an athlete. I am an educator. I'm an EMT. A neurologist. A veteran. A business owner. I'm a mom. We are survivors.
Cardiovascular disease is the #1 killer of women and doesn't discriminate.
It can affect any woman at any age or stage.
Yet many women don't know it's our greatest health threat.
Encourage 3 women you love to learn more about their risk factors and how they can take charge of their health today.
Hey sports fans, grab a seat because it's time for your Monday Sports page. We begin with some NFL news as the Washington Commanders took the field last night for what was their final preseason game against the New England Patriots. The team trailed for the majority of the ball game, but in the 4th quarter, the team's offense came alive and they were able to come out on top in the end, 20-10. And quarterback Trace McSorley, who was under center for the team's drive that won them the game, touched on what their mindset was going into it.
We knew at the time, I think it was like 6 or 7 minutes on the clock left. It was an opportunity for us just as an offense and everyone, all 11 guys out there to, make plays and, kind of, smell blood in the water and try and go punctuate that game with a touchdown and, solidify the victory. So, that was just the mentality of the entire offense when we got out there. The guys did a great job up front. They blocked their tails off all night long. We were able to get the run game going, and then guys made plays down the field. And when you start to kind of, guys start to get into the groove and get in the feel of it, and then this, guys are making plays, playing confident, and then things like that happen.
Washington went 1-2 in the preseason, and they will now shift their focus to their first regular season game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on September 8th. Sticking with the NFL, some sad news was announced yesterday as Baltimore Ravens offensive line coach Joe D'Alessandris has passed away. D'Alessandris had been battling an acute illness due to surgery complications prior to his passing, and he had been hospitalized earlier this month because of it. D'Alessandris had been coaching for almost 50 years and had been with the Ravens since 2017. He was 70 years old. Moving on to college football, the start of the Terps football season is just a couple days away, and Maryland will look to build off of last season where they went 8-5 and won a bowl game for the third year in a row. The Terps have aspirations of winning a Big Ten title. Now to accomplish that, Maryland will need a lot of players to step up this season. And defensive lineman Tommy Akeem-Basote and tight end Preston Howard explain what they worked on coming into 2024 to help their team make some noise this season.
Really being physical with my hands and trying to stay fast in my pass rush, trying to identify run or pass, stance in the O-lineman's footwork, and really just playing fast with my physical hands and fast feet.
Well, my main thing is just confidence, being confident to go out on the field and perform to my best of my abilities, and that's one thing I've been working on and I've worked on. I feel like I'm pretty confident now. And football-wise, I would say just technique, moving my feet while I'm blocking, and yeah, just really all the little things, all the little details.
The Terps will take the field versus UConn on Saturday. And wrapping up sports, the Washington Nationals closed out their series versus the Atlanta Braves yesterday with a win. The Nats took down the Braves 5-1. Washington went 1-3 in their series versus Atlanta and will play the New York Yankees next tonight at 6:45. And finally, the Baltimore Orioles also took the diamond yesterday, but the Birds weren't able to come away victorious as they lost to the Houston Astros 6-3. Baltimore face off next against the Los Angeles Dodgers tomorrow at 10:10. And that is your Monday Sports Page.
All right, thank you so much, Simon. Now let's get a look at our 3-day weather forecast. Tonight, expect scattered showers and maybe some fog. Tomorrow morning, more fog is expected, so be careful on the roads. We're looking at a high of 89 for the second day of school. Wednesday, we're going to reach a high of 98 with a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms after 2 p.m. Thursday, we cool off to a high of 89 and keep the umbrellas handy because we may see rain Thursday afternoon as well. And now for our community calendar, Game Castle in College Park is hosting paint night. Grab your supplies or use what's provided to settle in for a night of creativity. Painting runs from 5 to 9 p.m. For more information, contact 301-477-3524. And that wraps up CTV News for now. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again tomorrow. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
To a child battling a critical illness, a wish can feel like a dream. But with your help, it isn't out of reach. Wishes are an important part of medical treatment. A chance for kids to see themselves stronger, braver. To see that the impossible is possible. Wishes can give kids the strength to fight, to get better, to grow up. Where there's a wish, there's a way.